Welcome in, everyone. We have an absolutely fascinating and, quite frankly, hilarious topic to talk about today, and that is Iran's new weapons platform, weapon system, their new carrier that they've introduced in an attempt to terrify the world into doing what they want, to try to project power. I could not be more excited to discuss this with you all. As always, before we get into the topic at hand, please make sure to like and subscribe, comment with your thoughts, and then we're going to do a deep dive into this comedy act coming out of Tehran, coming out from the Iranians. Truly spectacular stuff. And what happened here is I'm filming this on February 7th. On February 6th, a bunch of videos and photos were released. I've got the AP report right in front of me. It says Iran has inaugurated its first drone carrier warship, saying the vessel is capable of operating months in the ocean far from the mainland. The official IRNA news agency reported Thursday. The report said the vessel, manned by the paramilitary Revolutionary Guards Navy, can carry several squadrons of drones as well as helicopters and cruise missiles, named the Shahid Bagheri. I probably butchered that. I don't speak whatever language they speak in Iran. Is capable of also launching cruise missiles. Well, that sounds pretty terrifying. It sounds pretty terrifying that Iran in the year 2025 has figured out how to launch drones and how to launch helicopters from an aircraft carrier. What a game-changing development from the Iranians, something the United States had the ability to do more than 80 years ago. The Iranians have finally kind of figured out how to do. They haven't figured out how to launch planes from an aircraft carrier yet, but they've got drones and helicopters. I've clipped some of the footage. You guys are not going to believe how funny this hype video is that the Iranians released in an attempt to scare the world by letting people know they have a carrier that can launch drones and helicopters. Let's do us all a favor and roll the video right now. Prepare to have a really good laugh. Well, there you have it. There is the footage. Let's get this thing's name again. Shahid Bagheri, or maybe it's Bagheri. I don't know. Either way, that is Iran's new super weapon, their new carrier that they are blasting out on all their outlets, letting the world know that they have this 180-meter long runway on the Shahid Bagheri, which they say right here, a general of the Iranian military says it can go independently in the sea for 1 year. There's no chance that's true because Iran does not have the ability to resupply its ships deep at sea. So eventually you're going to run out of food, you're going to run out of toiletries, you're going to run out of fuel, you're going to run out of maintenance parts. So that is absolutely hilarious that they want anyone to believe that this carrier is somehow game-changing, but it gets even better. One of the things they were bragging about is that it has, according to Reza, I'm just butchering these names, Tag Sarihi, it took 2 years to build this ship. They converted a commercial vessel into a drone aircraft carrier, and it even includes a gym. A gym. How cool is that? The Iranians even put a gym on this little piece of garbage drone helicopter. I know you all see me smiling. I could not believe this was real. They're out here dropping hype videos like they're gearing up for combat. And in reality, this thing is a piece of shit. Let's call it what it is. This is 1930s, 1940s military technology that the Iranians figured out and released to the public in February of 2025. I mean, let's read this from its wiki page. Other features include the ability to carry and use various types of drones, guided subsurfaces, the ability to identify various types of electronic signals, electronic warfare, full signet, long-range surface-to-surface cannons and weapons, long-range surface-to-surface cruise missiles, ability to deal with various types of small aircraft, and air defense missiles. Folks, I can't believe this even needs to be said, but I'm going to say it anyways. If we end up in a shooting war with Iran, okay, let's stop and think about this for a second. If we end up in a shooting war with Iran, how long do we think the great, powerful IRIS Shahid Bagheri, the converted container ship, is going to last against U.S. submarines, U.S. cruise missiles, U.S. destroyers, U.S. cruisers, U.S. aircraft carriers? I mean, do we think this thing has the air defense system to take down an F-35, F-18s, F-22s? Absolutely not. The Iranians are the gift that just keep on giving. First, they have the coolest hats you'll ever see. Their brims on their hats are like 18 inches long. You need some real confidence to wear one of those things. And now they're releasing hype videos for shit the United States figured out back when FDR was president. Also, notice how in the footage I shared, the drones they're using, the drones they're firing off are the little ones. The little, like, mini drones. They're not firing the big ones. And that makes you wonder, do they even have the ability to fire the big ones? I have no idea. But it's comical that people are talking about how, like, we might be racing to war with Iran, which I don't believe is true. I don't think there's really any evidence to suggest that's true. They're talking about how we might be racing to war with Tehran. And meanwhile, the best that the Iranians can muster up is a 180-meter drone carrier that would be sunk before breakfast time in the event of an actual hot war. In fact, let's look up how the last engagement between the Iranian military and the United States went. Operation Praying Mantis, April 18th, 1988, ordered by President Ronald Reagan. We sunk a frigate, 45 crew killed, 1 gunboat sunk, 11 crew killed, 3 speedboats sunk, 1 frigate crippled, 2 platforms destroyed, 1 fighter destroyed, 56 dead minimum, 2 ships, 3 boats sunk. That was done in the matter of the blink of an eye. And if you think the Iranian military is some superpower, some global force to be reckoned with, after you just watched what I just showed you, I don't have words for you. There's nothing I can tell you that is going to convince you otherwise, because that carrier is a freaking joke. And I don't know why the Iranians thought releasing that public was going to be a good idea. Do the Iranians not realize we have 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers loaded up with the most advanced fighter jets in the world, and those carrier groups travel with fleets, carrier fleets, that have the best submarines in the world, the best surface warships in the world, and they're going to throw out this 180-meter drone carrier to scare us? I think not. That is a floating coffin for anyone on it in the event the United States gets into a shooting war. I'm not advocating for it. Don't think it's going to happen, but that's the fact of the matter. So I hope you all enjoyed that as much as I did. I certainly had a good laugh about it. I hope you all did too. Comment with your thoughts below what you think about the Iranian military and their new powerful drone carrier. Something tells me a lot of you are going to feel the same way I do. Please like and subscribe. Comment below. I'll catch you all next time. As always, it's a pleasure.